We're live.
Hey, this is what Jack, you sit over here because there's a lot of room here.
Oh, here we are.
Here we are, and you gotta look that way.
No, I
And-
don't.
Well, that's where the camera is.
I know.
Anyhow, if
Can't you
this,
move that over the other screen?
I guess, how'd you do it? How'd you put it up here?
Just, it clips, just pick it up. The back of it clips, there you go.
Okay,
Move it over there, and now we look at the screen and you look at that, huh?
okay. Now, I don't know if anybody sees this. It's live stream. We're just trying out a little camera that Jack had recently used for the company for a clinic he had given. And he's over today because we're working on something. What are we working on today?
Clinic and Christmas, we're gonna talk about Christmas gift.
We're going to talk about the Christmas kit today, but not to you guys. And Jack is going to be over here working on shooting a video, clinic video today for our homepage. And if anybody's there, I know we've only been on for 57 seconds. This is an impromptu test of the camera, but Jack happens to be here. So we thought we'd just try it out and answer any questions if anybody's there. And so far, we don't have anybody chiming in. So I don't know, maybe Facebook is better for this. I don't know. At any rate, there you go. What's it say? Keep it. Oh, keep it rusty. What a tease for you. Yeah. Well,
Keep it what?
it says keep it rusty, but
Rusty
he says
robot?
what a tease for the Christmas kit. Christmas kit is going to be, I think it's 7 buildings. It's going to be different. It's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be just the opposite. We always try to do something every year that is not like the year before. Last year we did Cigar Corner, and the year before that we did the oil company.
Oil.
So it was totally different. One was the street scene, one was an industry, and next time it's going to be even set back in time a little bit, and there's going to be a lot more handwork involved with it. But we're going to be giving a totally different look to it. And I think it's 7 buildings in all. I haven't. We're so early on this. We're familiar with the prototypes.
No, we're late.
Well, we're early. We're early here, but we're late getting it out. We're going to try to have it in model and railroad model craftsman coming up. And I don't know when we'll deliver it, but we'll take orders through January 31st. And who do you have? Jack. I changed my name to Rusty from Rusty Robot. Okay, we know Rusty Robot.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where you threw us off.
What did you change his name to?
Watching Robert Dye, watching from Central Missouri. He was Rusty Robot. Now he's Keep It Rusty.
Oh, Keep It Rusty.
I'm looking to just hold on to it at all, so to speak. Anyhow, so Jack came over today because he's going to be doing a clinic. What's your clinic that you're going to shoot today?
Just tar paper, weathering tar paper.
Weathering tar paper. This way we have that
Stick in the roofs.
and that'll be in our next first Monday, which will actually be the first Tuesday because of Labor Day coming up. And I think that's September 6th. And this is, we're going to be, we pre-record the clinic so we can save them on our website. He's over here for that. He brought over a camera that we purchased for a live clinic he did. Who'd you do the clinic for?
SER, the
Southeastern region.
Southeast region.
And what can they, now that clinic was on,
I don't-
what?
He's got it different though because
Yeah, but what's the clinic about?
the clinic we did it on it was a make and take for the Springfield station. We had probably 18 people online, anywhere from Hawaii to Florida. I mean, really, it was really good. Some guy got up at 4 o'clock in the morning to start the 9 o'clock one in Hawaii and stayed with us all day, which is pretty amazing.
And now, do you know where to find that clinic? Because we did have Jim Armour wrote, you don't know this, but Jim Armour wrote and says, you know, that clinic, I heard about it, why isn't it on the Bar Mills website? And the reason is?
It's not our clinic. It's SER's. And he's got it, for now, he's got it hidden because it's these people bought the kit and kind of went through it. And I think he's eventually going to release it. But right now, it's for the people that kind of paid for the.
So they're keeping it like exclusive at this point.
Yeah, at this point, what he did is he gave him a link to it, and then he said something. He probably might open that up later on, but he's trying to keep it for those people that did it, and then I guess they probably want to do that so next time they do it, they can get a little exclusivity for it.
Now today, now you have You had a box, you just brought it in, it's not in here, right? You don't have to get it, I mean, it's not here, right?
That's all right.
All right, anyhow, he's gonna work on a clinic today about roofing tar paper, and that you will be able to see. Meanwhile, we're actually just testing out some equipment. If anybody's on, I noticed that we have Bob Dye on and
What do you want to see?
and Rusty Robot, who's no longer, he's still Rusty, but he's no longer a robot. And Jack, what do you have very quickly? Because this is not a real thing today. This is just a test. If you have any questions, let us know. This is a really unusual thing because we have a give and take, and we're sitting obviously in the Bar Mills office here.
I'll move that wire out of the way.
Okay. We do have a wire kind of as a conflict that barely makes the computer. There you go.
Let's see. See if I can get this focused here.
Wow. That's good. That came out nice.
Yeah. See, this is what we're trying to replicate. This is just a test pattern to show the different colors you can use and what you can do on roofs. So that's the end result. So we're going to go through it and how to do it.
And that's today's clinic.
That's today. That
No.
will be first Monday's clinic. Yeah.
Right. We'll be shooting that and probably here because of extenuating circumstances. And I'll be editing it and making it look real so you can watch it and enjoy it. Also, do we have, what's the other thing? Give me that, is it over there? Give me that book there. This is something that I'm working on, and we'll tell you more about it when I get done with it.
I brought that other building too, the big building.
This is it. This is a 24-page catalog that we're doing for Bar Mills right there. And if you open up through the page now, this has to be printed. Right now, this is just doing artwork and saving it and so on. But you can see, matter of fact, there's our crew on that page there, all of us.
Yeah,
But this,
still.
what's that?
If you jiggle it,
I jiggle it too much.
It won't.
I want to make it look like they're actually alive.
Okay.
Okay, so there you go. But you'll see Jack is there, and Jim Mooney and Nancy. And this is something that is approved for a printer. But it's 24 pages. I'm trying to get this done by the end of the month, so we can have that out to all of you guys coming up soon. The camera quality is excellent. Well, you know what? This is a high-end, if there's such a thing as a high-end webcam, I guess, right? But this is a Logitech, and I can actually see this. Now, normally, I don't see when I speak to you guys impromptu on the screen. I do not see how good looking I
Hold on a
actually am.
second. I got to check something out here. Oh, it's still backwards though.
Is it still backwards?
Yeah, we still have to get that.
We got to figure out how to not to make it backwards. Okay. Well, I don't know if there's a button here for that, maybe, or maybe on the camera. Anyhow, this is the first time we tried this. We picked this camera up for a live. We're starting to do some live clinics because of the COVID thing, and we got this because Jack did a 6-hour live stream out of his home in New Hampshire, and he needed a camera, so we went for a good one. You know, hopefully the sound is as says not backwards on this end.
Oh,
Wow.
that's right. I'm sorry. The guy told me it wasn't backwards on his end.
Oh,
I
okay.
saw it as backwards. Good.
We're not used to being not backwards. If you have any questions, there's really nothing else to talk about today.
You also-
A new catalog, a new clinic, a little bit of a Christmas kit, which is it's going to be behind, but we're going to get the pictures out, and you'll be able to lock one in if nothing else.
Yeah, this camera we can use at Springfield too. I think I can use it.
How's that?
I can use this with my laptop, and I can use it as a, shot straight down on it as I work on something on the table.
Right.
And put it on the big screen. We have a big screen we bring. So,
Right. And Springfield, by the way, Springfield, Massachusetts is the Emmer show. And Jack, I don't think we spoke about this, but I did get the contract, so hopefully it'll come off if they don't pull some kind of a version 3 of this COVID thing.
mhm.
And do we have anything else? No backwards for us. Michael Allen. Hi, Mike.
I'll tell you, I did go to the Concord show, which was the first train show I've seen.
Concord is Concord, in case you don't know New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
Right.
They had a train show 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I think 2 weeks ago. Well attended. People
Wow.
bought stuff. It was very good. They did a good job. They kept it. You could wear a mask if you had to, or you didn't want to. You didn't have to. And most of the vendors all had masks, so it worked out very well.
You know what? I'm going to show them a couple, just because you're here, and I guess this will stay up online for a while. We've been working on the Cranberry Yard series for a while, and we have some new stuff coming up, and some things we haven't shown you. Some things we have. And you'll see all of this in the catalog in November. Let me grab this. You have anything? We're gonna have dead air for a second, because
I'm just gonna take a nap here. Well, no.
Yeah. Anyhow.
Yeah, we did that clinic. It was 6 hours. We did 3 hours in the morning and 3 hours in the afternoon with a 2-hour break in the middle, which worked very well. You got a chance to have lunch and walk around, and the 3 hours went very quickly. I was very surprised. I was kind of dreading it, but because I thought it was going to be long, but it worked out very well. In 6 hours, I did finish Springfield Station.
Yeah.
So,
These are the things that we did mention live on our Monday broadcast, but I'm just going to reiterate. This is interesting because I can watch this. Jack, this is
go slow. No, you got to hold it still or it won't focus. Yeah, that's not bad.
that kind of focus. It's one hand. Anyhow, that's something you can turn that around and show it, Jack. This is something that we're coming out with called Lenny's Truck Repair, and this is if you can see it well enough, it's HO scale. And this is something we'll be working on once I get the catalog put away. We're not going to release anything until November, the way it's looking, or at least very late October, because right now we're trying to catch up on things that we're out of. Okay, and this is a lot of work to put these things out. But that is a combination of board and batten with a brick building on the side, and you can see Jack actually built the original there, so he's kind of giving you a 360 look of this. So that'll be coming out in HO. That is a possibility of something like O scale too, because I could see that working. That could work in O scale, right? Yeah. And Jack is disappearing. I'm going to have him hold up another building that we have briefly touched upon, and this stuff will be in the new catalog. So we have it. We have a photograph. The catalog won't be out till November. So before you do that, Jack, this is called Clark's Wood Products. This is named after our friend Clark Kooning up in Canada. And I'll sit back on this one. This is a really cool building. I don't know if you can see it. Jack, what's the story? It looks a little out of focus. I don't know if you can catch that. What's the story with the car on that?
What?
The cab.
Oh, the only reason I put it in there because it was nice yellow.
Nice and neat. Now, how did you make that?
I didn't. I bought it.
You bought it like that?
Yeah.
Who sold that?
I forget which one this one is. It's
Okay.
one of. It might be Athern.
Okay. Well, so you know the building's not going to come with the cab, but he put it in there for scale. And of course, you have some Woodland Scenics figures.
Yep.
And this is a building that is clapboard. We have our special distress clapboard. And you see what he did with the fence was kind of cool. Show them what you did with the inside of the fence over here, Jack.
All right.
On the front end.
Yeah.
Can you hold that angle so they can see
Yeah.
that when you
So-
get to it?
This is their. You can see it there in the back, right here. It's their sawdust where they put all the sawdust after they empty their cyclones and they come and take it away. So that's just a place to keep it. Just something different.
Now you're using rolled roofing, which is what you're going to be shooting a clinic on today,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Did you use fan pastels by any chance on this?
Yes, I did.
Okay. It's a little out of focus. I don't know if there's something, if that's the camera or
It's
just
because
the way it is.
you have to hold it very still because the camera is every time you move it, it's trying to refocus.
It looks like I'm in focus, and
Yes,
which
because
is
you're not
weird.
moving.
Maybe if you put it more towards the middle, it'll throw me out, which is fine. There you go.
Yeah,
That helps. Stay in the center. Stay in the center. It's focusing the center. Okay, is that better, guys? Anyhow, this will be coming out later this fall as well. And this is about. I'm thinking this building's about what, 5 by 8 or so.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's got all the castings for the roof.
Now, how did you do? Let me ask you this. I'm going to hold this. How did you do? I love the street on this. Now, I know how you did it because I do the same thing. Okay, can you see that, guys? Maybe I'm too close.
Oh,
See how the street is done. This is done, just so you know, right off. There's no telltale on this, but this is done on gator foam. That's just a piece of gator foam, half inch.
Actually, just use my knife and scribe into all the lines in the street, but then I extend them down the side, paint the sides the same color, and extend them down, so it really doesn't have an edge. So if you get it photographed, you don't have a black edge.
I see Anfield Road layout in the lot. Says hello, Jack, and he says, "Good model. Press the like." I don't know. You know, we never ask anybody to press a like. We've never done that. But this will be on for a while now. So we have the two buildings we showed you that are not Cranberry Yard related, and then we have. You're familiar with the Cranberry Yard series, I hope. It's an HO scale series, but you know it'll wean its way into other things. This is the
this is what I call the end of the track repair shed for their motor cars. So it's a little shack. It's got tar paper addition.
Well, it actually has diamond shingles on this.
And it
which
has
is-
diamond shingles on the roof, which is very common for the railroad to use depending upon the time you were there.
Now, we don't make the speeder. Do you remember where the speeder was from?
Durango press,
Okay.
relatively inexpensive. It's like $8. It's white metal, goes together quite easy. So
This will be rebuilt and repainted with our colors. This is just a prototype because we normally use colors gray and green because that fits in with the.
it's already built.
It's already built.
Yeah.
I just haven't seen it. Okay.
I built 2 at a time.
Anyhow, this will be going on Jack's layout, but these are more of Franklin and South Manchester colors, which are very nice, except we're doing Cranberry Yard and you can't mix up road colors. That just doesn't make sense. Kind of cool about the double lights above the front door. Just a piece of regular HO scale track, nothing narrow gauge about it.
No.
You can see the diorama, which is good. This is something we don't often get a chance to show. And this diorama can't be more than 5 inches by 5 inches. Okay? So we have nothing to talk about, but maybe we do.
Yeah. Last one.
And we have one more.
Last one.
And this stuff has not been announced yet. So you'll see it on First Mondays eventually. I call this the crew shed, or although it's maintenance shed.
It's a maintenance shed.
This
Where they would have put the the extra maintenance pieces and that type
I
of
figure
stuff.
the lubricants, things like this, right?
Yeah.
There's always something, wrenches, lubricants. Here again, it's set in a small diorama using our Instafence. A little different approach to the roofing on this one.
Yeah. It's a different color. It's a darker black. I went with a black instead of a gray.
And I see we have our lamp outside. That's one of my favorite things that we make.
Yeah.
Then on the telephone pole, you'll see that transformer. That's one of our transformers that we sell.
Yeah.
This is all Bar Mills stuff. I mean, it's all our castings and so on that surround this building. Right down to the rafter tails, which you can see there. Okay.
And we have our coal bin.
You have a
Which
coal
is
bin. Oh,
one-
that's a resin coal bin that Jack
That's
actually mastered.
It's a one piece.
Okay, I'm trying to keep this stuff in focus, but here again, everything is built on 1/2 inch thick gator foam. We get this from the guy in Vermont. I can't remember his name. Dave Myers.
Dave
is his name.
Myers.
Dave Myers. So if you need gator foam and you can't find it locally, look up Dave Myers, Myers. His gator foam, you know what? I think he's gatorfoam.net because you can't use gatorfoam.com, but if you look up gatorfoam.net. Calvin Saxon is on. Okay, great. We picked up a few guys watching. I don't know if I want to stretch this out because the idea is to keep it interesting. Remember, we always endorse and use and support the folks at Hunterline. This happens to be right here, so it's on my desk. That's what we use. I don't know if you can see it because of the glare from the sun. We have the railroad station windows right in front of us. Maybe we should have pulled the shades a little bit. It would have gotten a little less bright on the lighting. What else? Is there anything else?
Remember, that's no lighting except that light. That's the only.
Yeah, we do have above lighting, don't we? Let me see what happens if we shut this off. I don't know if that's better or worse.
That's outside, that's worse.
That's all outside lighting. Okay. Let's turn that back on. Anyhow, that's it. The only thing I'm going to mention that I should mention maybe is that if anybody knows of an O-scale club, O-scale clubs, it has to be a club, it can't be an individual. We have a couple of castings that we've done in O-scale. This is the back of it. Can you see that okay? These are our gas tanks. And this is what we call a cluster casting, okay? These go for about 12, 13 bucks. But he's noticed there's a couple little white spots. Those are nipples that, you see the nipples on top? Those are nipples that didn't make it out of the mold. Very small defect. No big deal, but we can't sell them to you. So we are going to be donating some of these to an O-scale club. So if you know anybody with an O-scale club that would like some of these, they have to be certified O-scale club. We have these, and we also have, let me see what I have here.
Those don't have to be one big cluster either. With the zone saw, you can make them smaller clusters.
And this is another one. Here again, I'm going to show you the bad side. You see that? You see that bad side right there where it's white? That's a barrel that came off of this cluster. There's a ton of barrels on this cluster. They're not barrels. They're 55-gallon drums. Right. So, anyhow, usual bar mills quality, which is really, really good quality on this stuff. Okay, and these are resin. You can see them pretty well there. I don't know how many. There's 10 or 12 of them, whatever it is. These we're going to be giving away.
I'm going to tell you though, if you look at these things, let's see if I can break one.
Break one, Superman.
Now I have, if I put this against the wall, excuse me,
You
with
see
that
the broken
piece,
side. Yeah.
I don't see, now I have a small cluster instead of this great big large cluster.
Hold that up. There you go.
There you go. See that? So you can make these clusters smaller. You don't have to use them exactly like we put them all out. So
Yeah, we're kind of fussy about this stuff, but we don't want to sell. Sometimes you get a little blemish or a flaw, but we try not to. We actually have not two boxes, two bags. To give you an idea, that's how many of these things we have. And we figure we'll get one or two, or maybe 3 O-scale clubs. And we'll give, maybe 4 or 5 of each of them. They're worth about $10 a piece, $10, $12 a piece. And we help out the hobby a little bit that way because we're not going to slip them in with you guys. I won't do that. I think that's going to be it. Unless, what do we have here? I just want to follow up. Calvin Saxon says, nice job in the acetylene tanks. I'm glad you guys said that. Normally we would live do this on Facebook. And whether this goes on Facebook or I don't know how to do it. I just don't know how. So we tried doing it this way. Remember, this new Bar Mills catalog, I'm really excited about this. I think it's going to be great. And it will be available sometime in November. And we'll tell you about that when the time comes. Is there anything else, Jack? Because Jack is like, I'm doing another stream someplace, I think.
that's all right. I can't read those. They're too small. Not from this distance anyway.
Well, I can kind of squeeze it out. Anyhow, so is there anything else that we're working on other than the Christmas cake?
Yeah, I have an ice house.
We're doing an ice house, right? For
Small ice house for the Cranberry Yard series.
Yeah, and I love this one.
And
This is
And
this
I'm
is a
trying to
big deal.
figure out an engine house for it. We're trying to figure out what we want to
Also
do.
a service pit,
We have the service pit. It's been cast.
right?
It's going to be basically one casting. You add 2 I-beams and you paint it. So and then you add your track.
And there's going to be more, but we have a couple guys backing off right now. We've been on, I don't know how long. I don't know if there's a way of saying. Oh, 22 minutes. It's enough. We tried this out. Very informal. I don't think we're going to leave this up here very long. Maybe for a week or so. Hope you all have a great Labor Day weekend. We are working very hard here and anticipating a great year. And we thank you all for your support. And Calvin, I'm glad you stumbled into this conversation too. There's only about 4 or 5 of you, but we figured just to try it out, if there's one of you, at least we find out if it worked. Jack, you have anything else you want to say other than Mom? You nothing?
No? No.
Okay. Well, I don't know how to shut this off. I see there's a button that says end stream. Okay, Mike. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to hit end stream. Thanks for the preview of things to come. 5, 4, 3, 2. That's it. We'll see you later.
Bye.